11:02. Let's get started. We only have 43 minutes left to get this done. Before we get started, though, I wanted to share with you how classy of a lady Maxine is. So Maxine is the founder of the Inbox Chick. She provides virtual assistant services to small businesses who especially have problems with their inbox being too cluttered. Speaking of inboxes, yesterday a box arrived in my inbox. It's an actual box in my mailbox, and in it was a card, thank you card. And talk about branding. Maxine has this pink color for branding, right? She uses pink as her branding color. She picked a pink cookie to send me for a thank you gift. How classy is that? On brand gift.
But also, I know that you like pink. I always see you in pink and your pink wig. I'm like, this is perfect.
It's an on brand gift. So awesome. Maxine is going to teach us about LinkedIn today. I need to learn from her because I don't know LinkedIn very well. So if you just got on, make sure you download the PDF that's in the chat. I'll drop it in the chat again one more time. Open it up. You can take notes in it. Maxine, the floor is yours. Thank you for being here.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Candace, for this opportunity. I always love teaching, so this is a lot of fun for me. So you guys did get the PDF. There's so much, so we may go over, but I really want you guys to stop me and ask questions. So what I did was I started creating a profile for my husband. My husband doesn't have a LinkedIn profile, so I'm going to share my screen and then we can kind of walk through some of that and talk through some of those ideas. And again, let's ask me as many questions as you want. I love LinkedIn. It's a great platform and it's not for everyone. LinkedIn, I'm making a profile for my husband, but I don't think this is the right platform for him. He has Instagram and Facebook and that's fine. LinkedIn is very specific. It just depends on what your industry is. All right, so I'm going to share my screen and this is his LinkedIn profile. I just created it today just to kind of play around here. All right, so the main things I wanted to share with you is it's so important that you choose the right picture of yourself and also that background. There's this part here. I'm going to click here. So this piece right here, that is like your real estate. And I'm going to bring up my LinkedIn as well so that we can look at it. Hold on one second. So this one's mine. And we'll click here so you can take a look. So I just had pictures recently done, so I was able to upgrade it. But even before I had this fancy picture, I just had a picture of myself in the backyard that my girls took with me on my phone where I was laughing and having fun. And I love seeing pictures like that because it really shows a person's personality. It's just nicer than something so official like this, which is fine. Now my LinkedIn is more official. But this back piece, you can do this in Canva. And if you go into Canva and type in LinkedIn, I think it's LinkedIn profile, you can type in. You can type in the LinkedIn profile in your Canva. I'm going to go into Canva real quick just to show you. If you type here, LinkedIn profile, it gives you the exact specs. I don't know what this is, but these here should be the right size. And then you can create your own. So I created this in Canva. And this is huge real estate because this is what people are seeing right away. I noticed on Canvas, she did put her website, which is great because a lot of times in this information here, it doesn't really give you the option to put your website or a phone number. So using this space to do that, I really should have my website on here. And I don't like to get phone calls, so I wouldn't put my phone. But if you do get phone calls, it's a great space to put that information and maybe some details about what you do, and make it about your business. Definitely utilize this, make it bright, make it attractive, super important. And then the next piece I wanted to share is that it is important that you are tagging people in your posts. Let me go back to me again. Usually when I post, I try to tag as many people as I can and not overdo it. But what happens is then your information is now on their page. They'll see it, they'll comment, they'll say something. LinkedIn is really good with this type of thing. And it's crazy how some posts that you put out there will get more exposure than others. I don't see it here. But there's one where I tagged the photographer who did my pictures that you see here. And I think I got over 2,000 views on it. And who would have thought, you know? So it just depends. And also I did tag a lot of people. So it's important that you're tagging. Hashtags are somewhat important. I'm not crazy about them. I do put them, but I don't go overboard putting a bunch of hashtags. So it just depends. The other thing I wanted to show you is right here. Do you see my name? And I think Candace has some little fun things on hers too. To do that, you can't do it on your computer. You have to log on your phone, and like, you know how the phone has all the little cute little emojis? You can put emojis in there and then save it. So I did that because I just love sparkles. And I forgot what, Candace, what you have on yours. I think you have the lady with the crown and a heart. And so it's cute. It makes it stand out. It really does. Like when there's posts that come through and you see someone has like little icons and things like that, it makes you stand out and it makes people remember you as well. So it's a really good feature to add that. And again, you have to do that on your phone. But this is super important here because it's kind of highlighting and saying what it is that you do. Let me go back here because it looks weird. Okay, yeah, right here. So on this part, I gave you a space on your sheet to kind of play around and think about out of the box. Like, what could you say? I mean, I say virtual assistant services because I want right away for people to know what it is I do. Because I feel like maybe if they look at my profile, they'll see it and think, oh, she's a realtor or something. And, you know, so saying virtual assistant service or telling people right away what it is that you do, put it there, but make it catchy, make it fun. You know, I've seen some profiles where they really come up with some unique things, and it really draws you in. The other thing is the description of what are some of the things that you can do. Like for me, saving time for small business owners, like, you know, a business owner that's looking for a VA and they see, oh, she's going to be able to save me time. How? You know, how is she going to save me time? So it kind of draws them in to maybe have more conversation. They'll reach out to you by message. So also think about that. I had put here on my sheet, try to stay away from just the common stuff, like think out of the box, like expert, leadership. The one that I hate, oh my God, professional. We're all professional. Like, why do you have to put that in your profile? It's not, that's silly to me. If you're not professional, you shouldn't be on LinkedIn. So think of some fun stuff to put out there, you know, that you're fun, that, you know, things that really help you to stand out in your industry, I think is really cool. I thought of a really cool one. There's a gentleman that we help with social media, and he does massage. He does mobile massage. He comes to your home. He's in our BNI chapter, and he's going to be changing the name of his business to, oh God, something muscle architect or something like that, like some cool name. And so things like that keep people interested. So think about that. Another thing that's really important and we can do for each other here, that's on the call, if you have a LinkedIn profile, is to give recommendations. I think it's something that I think we overlook. It's important for you to give them, just like Givers Gain. Let's go ahead and find people's profiles and give them a recommendation. Like if you've done work with them, even if you haven't, if you just know them, if you know their character, you know that they're, you know, a good worker or a hard, you know, business person, go ahead and give them recommendation. And so let me see, did I do good? Yes. So I've given some recommendations. And what happens is a lot of times in turn, they'll give you recommendations. And that's just really, really good. It kind of puts you up there so that people see, oh, okay, she has. And LinkedIn, I'm not an expert, but I know that they look at this kind of stuff, you know, that it helps your profile to get up there. Another key thing to helping your profile be more noticed is taking a look at your connections and your followers. So it's important that you get over 500. Once you get over that 500 mark, it really ranks you higher. So start connecting with people on LinkedIn. Just reach out and connect. And also, you know, hopefully people start following you too. And anyone here that's on LinkedIn, we should be following each other because that just really helps. And again, give recommendations. It's so important. And what else did I want to share? Let me.
Yes. Is this the paid version that you're using?
No, I used a free one. Someone that taught me a class said that, you know, if you're on LinkedIn a lot and you do use it, that it's worth it to do the paid one. I think it has to do with like messages, like if you're sending emails and things like that, it makes it I don't know, more accessible. I use the free one and I've had great success with it.
How do you find your profile on the mobile app?
So you have to download the app on your phone, I believe.
I do. I'm looking in my app. I'm trying to find where my profile is on here. Do I click on my picture?
Yeah, it should pop up
View
like,
profile. Okay, I see it. I see it.
yeah. And then while you're in there, you can make changes right on your phone.
Okay, so I have 1,900 followers with 500 plus connections.
Yeah. So, 500 plus connections. That's good.
Yes.
Mhm.
I've been on LinkedIn for, gosh, probably 10, 12 years. I haven't used it, but I've been there.
And I will say that a lot of people look at LinkedIn as just for using for jobs, and that has gone away. Oh, it's going to be too hard to get on his profile. Forget it. That has gone away. Like LinkedIn is used a lot now, more for business and social media, just like any of the other platforms. Rashid, tell me what you do again. Are you coaching?
Yes.
Yeah, for you, this is a very good platform. Like, and that's the other thing. You should be looking at other people's posts and making comments.
I do.
Yeah, just giving a thumbs up or heart is fine, but really typing some words in there, that really helps with your ranking as well. Following people, making comments, at least if you can try and post at least once a week. I mean, I don't post like crazy. There's some weeks where I have a lot going on and I will try and post. And again, tagging people in your posts so that they're being dragged into what you're doing, and getting people to like it.
If I might wanted to connect with you, how would I do it from here?
So you would go up here to search, and you could either type my name or I'm going to look you up. Let's see. Rashid. There's probably many Rashids. Oh, there you are.
Yep.
And then once you find the person, you just click follow.
Okay, so you're just following, not necessarily connecting with them.
You're following them, and then you can, like, if I wanted to, I could send you a message. Like if it's someone you want to set up a one-to-one with or get to know better, you can send them a message here.
Gotcha.
But go ahead and follow people, like especially if you're looking to connect with people in your area or a specific industry. I think when I was trying to launch the Latin Chamber, I just typed in Latin Charlotte. I was trying to launch a Spanish chapter, and I typed in Latin Charlotte, and you see a lot of these come up. Well, these are Latin schools, but I don't want that. But I would just kind of scroll through this and find people that are in Charlotte and kind of read their profile and see if they would be a good fit. And then I would just connect with them. Sometimes they would reach back out and say, hey, I would love to meet with you. Or I would give it a little bit and reach back out to them, like send them a message and say, hey, I see that you do this. I would love to connect with you. Let's have a one-to-one. And I have found that people are very open to connecting usually, if they're active on their profile. If you see that they haven't posted in a long time, then that means they're not really active on their profile. Any other questions, guys?
Yeah, how do you tag somebody?
Okay, so let's see. I have a post here. So when you're going to go ahead and upload a post, what I do is right here, like if let's act like I'm going to do a post. Let's see. Let's go home and start a post. So let's say I wanted to tag Candace. What I would do is the @ symbol. Let's see if she comes up this way. There she is. You just start typing the name. You do the @ symbol, type the name, and then she comes up, and then her name will pop up. And usually I try to do it like in the context of what I'm writing, the sentence or the paragraph. I'll say like, big shout out to, and then I'll put her in there. So then it so it doesn't really look like you're tagging them, right? It looks like it's part of the content. It just looks cleaner, neater, and then people really pay attention to it. And they can click on it. So once I post this, which I'm not going to post it, if I were to click on it, it takes me right to their page. So let me go back here. Let's look at a post that I did. Let's look here. Okay, so if I click on this one, like this is one of my clients. If I click on him, his profile pops up. And I will tell you, this drives me crazy. Like I have to have a talk with him. Your profile thing should not look like this. This is like real estate for your business, like to really advertise what you do, and you can make it fun and colorful. So when someone's profile like this, that shows me that they're not active on LinkedIn, or that it's not as important to them, LinkedIn. So take advantage of this. And it's so much fun. There's so much you can do, especially a lot of you ladies use Canva already. So go to town on it, make it fun. Yeah, so that's how you tag. And then sometimes I'll like on this one, I added my hashtag if it pertains to certain people. Some hashtags here. I will tell you video, just like Candace probably told you many times with social media and things like that, video is king. Like if you can put in a video, people are more attracted to that. Oh, also when you're posting, they say that it should be kind of long. See how this is kind of long? Because then they have to click on the word more when they're looking at your post. And that ranks you higher too, for some reason. So like when I open this, or if you saw it on the page, it shows you, let me see, let me go back. Let me go home. So like this one, see how it says see more? If you just had like one line and then a picture, it's fine, you can do that. But for some reason you rank higher when you add more to it. So when the people are clicking see more, it's telling LinkedIn that whatever you're putting out there is interesting because people are clicking more. So it's good to do that. And so he did the same thing here. Has he put the name in the content? That's really good. You can put register links. So like if you have an event or something you're doing, you can put a register link. So that's really good. I know like Instagram, I don't think you could do that. Video is really good. Trying to think what else. Any other questions, guys?
Go ahead and click that new post button.
Where? Here? Hi. Yes. I look crazy. That is, she was fast. But you see, Candace, I would have made this a little like written more stuff so that they can click more, and it kind of ranks it higher.
I was trying to get it done quickly.
Yeah, no, you're fast. You're fast. But yeah, this is, I mean, I love LinkedIn. It's a great tool. I just say if it's good for you, like especially real estate, I think Dye for what you do, oh my God, would be so, so good. There's so many people looking for what you offer. And because LinkedIn is international, I mean, these are people around the world that are seeing this. She could be offering her service to people in other countries, and I love like the name of it, the doula, like it's so unique.
How did my post show up on your line?
It looks good right here because I'm following you.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it just shows up because you're following me. Whatever I post will show up on your.
Yes, so that's why it's important that you follow. Like go through LinkedIn and start putting in names and start following people, because their posts will show up on yours. But also once they start following you, the same thing happens, and that's how you start getting a lot of views to your post. So it's super important.
Think of it as collaborative content, because
yes,
if people you are following are posting regularly, then you're getting posts to your LinkedIn feed, which will draw. It's that circular connection thing.
Yeah. And I don't know, for me, I find it a lot easier LinkedIn than like Instagram. There's so many algorithms, the way they do it, to me, it gets a little confusing. Facebook, I'm not on too much. So LinkedIn has been just really good for me and my business. I mean, I got a client from it. He just reached out and had a few questions and we met, and then he signed up with me. So it's been really good. Especially I love working with nonprofits, and it was a nonprofit, which I think I need to change my profile like here and say something like that. I love working with nonprofits so that I can attract more of that.
You can just add, because it's really hard to read because it's small. Hold on, let me make it bigger. Saving time for small business owners and nonprofits. Just say that for now until you
Yeah, definitely. I want
So-
to change that.
Maxine, what is the size of that header image? And
Um,
do you have some tips on how to make that header image really pop? Because that, I mean, like you said before, it's your advertising.
It is. Let me see. I'm not sure. What I used was in Canva. I just typed in LinkedIn profile and one of these was the one. It says LinkedIn banner. That's what it's called.
She just does what I do. I just use the pre-made templates.
I love it. I love it. That's what I use. But what my tip would be, use bright colors, use a picture of yourself. Like I said, put your website on there, put your phone number if you want them to call you and contact you that way, or your email. In the beginning, I didn't have a website. So I just put my email out there. I didn't mind them contacting me that way. I just didn't want them calling me. So I didn't put my phone number. But yeah, make it bright, make it fun, use your branding colors. If you have branding colors for your business, this is your opportunity to do it. Let me see if I can show you some, I don't know. I made some for a realtor one time, some profile things, and they came out. Oh, guys, my daughter's card came out really nice.
Yay!
I'll show you real quick. So that I did the, what are they, trifold? So that was the front. That's the second one. This one.
Oh, it's pretty.
And then we had all the details. And here is the QR code. And this goes to her Venmo. So, the family, we're sending the card to all the family, even though they can't come, and they can click here and give a gift.
Cool.
And just like, oh, she's not here today. She had told me, because I said, what was it, the words that I use? And she said, no, give a gift or send a gift.
Yeah, that
So I
was
changed
Rita.
it.
That was Aunt Rita.
Rita. Yes. So it turned out really nice. But anyway, I've made some profile things for people that turned out really nice, and I can't find them right now. But like for the realtor, I
If
made
you-
it really pop.
Canva tip in the search bar. If you type in LinkedIn in the search
here?
bar and then your projects, it'll show you the LinkedIn headers that you've made. And now click your
Ah.
projects.
My projects.
Um,
Very nice. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me get out of it. Oh, sugar. Well,
There's
this is one that I made.
It's cute. That's really cute. So I was looking on the LinkedIn page, and it looks like you should put your information on the right side of the graphic, not the left side. Or if you put it on the left side, your picture's going to cover it up.
Correct. Good point, Candace. Yes. When I first made this, I had this circle like over here, and then it cut it off. So it was nice that in Canva, you just kind of move it all the way to the right. And this is probably too much. I should probably have less, but this was more in the beginning when I started. I just wanted to make sure that people kind of knew some of the things that I could do. I mean, the list goes on and on.
A quick question.
Uh-huh.
You have your picture on the header. Is that necessary? Because you already have your picture as a profile picture. So
Correct. Yeah, you don't necessarily need it. I just liked it. And it took up some space. Yeah. And because I was so excited because I got these new pictures. So I wanted to put them everywhere.
I think it's a matter of what you believe is the best for your brand.
Right. I understand. I was just curious as to why, two pictures taking up real estate.
Yes, very good question. Or your
So-
logo. I would use your logo instead, maybe up here.
Okay.
So
well,
Maxine, can you go to my page and then Rashid, go ahead and finish your question.
the pink circle thing that you have on there, did you
Uh-huh.
create that on Canva as well?
Yes. The whole thing I created in Canva.
Click on my profile, please. And then scroll down just a smidge. Is this something you didn't talk about? And I'm not a big LinkedIn user, but this is something I know. Keep going down. So do you see where it says experience, relationship marketing coach? I've been doing that for 23 years and I'm a podcast host. And then underneath you see all those pictures.
Mhm.
Yes.
When you edit your experience, you can add links to projects that you've worked on. So what I did was I just added the links to my podcasts.
That is so smart. Yes.
of course, there's only 18 of them, and I have over 120 episodes, so I haven't done it in a while.
Wow.
But
So Candace, how do you do that? How do
you
is it in
edit-
here? Like you edit in here?
you edit the experience, and then when you under that job, when you edit that job, you can add links to projects that you've worked on. Shoot, how do you
Let's
do it?
see. Experience here, right? Oh, add
Where is it?
add position or edit
Um,
here.
How did I do that? Show all media. I'm gonna have to play. Hold on. Okay, podcast host, edit. Podcast host and add media. Yeah, you add media, you click on add media, and then you can add a link, but you can also upload a picture. So if you're
okay.
you're a graphic designer and you design the logo for a really cool product that everybody knows about, like if you're the person who designed the Nike swoosh, right? You can say that you work for
Definitely wanna
Nike, and then
highlight that.
underneath that you can say designer of the Nike swoosh, and underneath it you could upload a picture of the Nike swoosh.
Very cool.
So that's under when you edit the role, you can upload the link. It says there's a little box and it says plus add media, and it gives you the option to upload a link or a picture or a file. So if you click on the little pencil next to, yep, perfect there, and then you scroll down, keep going all the way down.
Ah,
It says
media.
add media,
Very cool.
and that you can add a link.
Yeah,
Yes, Di,
add
you
link.
can. She wanted to know if you could add logos that she's designed.
Very cool. Yes, that would be really good. Yeah, I definitely need to incorporate more of that for sure.
And so back to Rashid's question about the circle. Were you
Mhm.
talking about Maxine's headshot,
Nope.
Rashid?
That
No,
pink,
this.
pink circle.
Oh, okay, the pink circle. Yeah,
Mac-
that she
yeah,
did
the
that in
inbox
Canva.
link.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's so cool.
Mhm.
And it's like you used a pre-made design. with
No,
that
this
paint?
one I created myself, but they have some nice ones that are already done,
Okay.
and you just add your information to it. They have Canva has tons of them.
Do we have questions about LinkedIn? Like, what about like while I was in here, I just noticed that people who viewed my profile had also viewed other people's profiles, and they were all members of my BNI chapter, and none of them were my friends because I don't use LinkedIn very much. So I just started adding them as friends, or not friends, but
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
so what are the best practices for adding people?
I would definitely, anyone that's viewing your stuff, do it. Or like whenever I go on a Zoom or a meeting, right away, as we're in the meeting, I'm typing in that person's name on LinkedIn and just following them, because, you know, there's some accounts you'll notice where you have to request to follow. It'll send like a message to them saying that this person wants to follow you, and they have to approve it. But most accounts, you can just click follow, and you can go ahead and, you know, follow on their account. There was, I think, like one person, I didn't want them following me, so I was able to block it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I don't, you know, that person doesn't have great intentions. I'm like, they don't need to see my stuff.
So let's talk about pronouns. Your pronouns, you've got chica. I love chica. Chica,
I was
she,
just
her,
having
and
fun with
Latina.
mine.
So can you just
Uh-huh.
put whatever pronouns you want? There's no.
You can.
So if I
Yep.
wanted to put goddess,
Yes, you can put whatever you want. Let me see. Where is it? Right
There's
here.
this, I just went and changed mine. There's standard ones and then there's customize your own.
and you can add an additional name. What would be a good use for additional names?
Mr. Weirdo.
There you go. That's a good one. Yep. Or doula. I would put doula.
Oh, hold the phone. Wait, what's going on here? What's this? Save. Hold on. Let's see what this looks like. Candace, Gratitude Geek, Nesbit Rodarty. So when you put other name, it
It
puts it in
goes in the bracket.
parentheses in the middle.
Mhm.
So
Right.
I went from having Gratitude Geek as my last name and Candace Nesbit Rodarty as my first name to now having Candace Gratitude Geek, Nesbitt Rodarty as my name, which is okay. That's fine.
Yep.
Refresh the page. And now it looks
Ah,
like
there
that
you go.
because I put alternate name Gratitude Geek.
Oh, and you have this little thing, Candace. Can you share about this? What do you have on yours? Let me see.
That's how you say my name.
So you don't have to use it to say your name. What some people use it for is to give a quick little ad or advertisement. And like for mine, I would probably say, helping business owners get out of their email inbox. You don't have to give the pronunciation of your name.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And you do that to add that, you just add it when you're editing.
Correct. And how did you get to this, Candace, the little microphone?
When I click the little you see where the notification bell is on your screen? For me, that's a pencil. So when I click on the pencil,
To edit it?
says name pronunciation and then audio recording. Keep going. And then that little pencil right there, that one. And then this can add you have to do it on the mobile app. So you can do your it says name pronunciation. So on the app, you can do it from the app. So there's things that you have to do on the app.
Yeah. Like adding the little, sparkles and stuff to the top of your name. Oh, here's the pronouns. Cool. Yeah, it has custom. It has some preform and then custom. Yeah. You can do your own. Yeah, but that's cool. You can definitely use that little speaker thing like that Candace had on hers. And you can put a commercial or say something else. It doesn't just have to be the pronunciation of your name.
That's a very good idea.
Mm-hmm.
To use that
fun.
as that's a very, very good idea.
I have a question on viewing. See where it says people that have viewed your profile. Now you can't see who it is unless you're on the paid version, correct?
Correct. Some of them you can see. Some of them people have it so that you can't see that because there's some like right now I'm clicking on everybody's like Rashid and Candace will get notification that I was looking at their thing.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them, they have it blocked because they probably have a paid version and they can choose that option. Like if all the ones that I look at, people can see that it's me. It's not blocked because I don't have the paid version. I think that's only an option for paid.
Okay. And the other way is true too. You can't see who's looking at you.
Well, on your Maxine, go to your main page. Like hit home, hit the home button and scroll up to the top. Do you see at the very top, it says viewed your profile, 137 people, impressions of your post, 419. And you can click on those numbers.
Yes.
And so it's not
here.
gonna tell you who did, but you at least know that there are people that you're making that you're making an impact.
Yeah, like these people did. Like Les, he saw my profile. And then some of them you won't see. This person viewed your profile in private mode. So they probably have a paid account.
I see.
Yeah.
So I don't have a paid account. So everybody that I've looked at, they know that I looked at them. Okay.
Correct. Yep.
So you can't be a lurker.
If you want to be, just get the paid account.
Mine says that Maxine viewed my profile.
Yeah. So anytime, think about that. If you're looking at someone's stuff, or sometimes I think, oh my God, they probably think I'm so crazy because I keep going back to that profile to look for something and they'll get notified.
You know what? It's okay. Because if they're smart, they'll reach out to Maxine and say, hey, Maxine, how you doing? What's up?
Yeah. What's up? Why do you keep looking at my profile?
Yeah. But you know what? Most people are like me and have a LinkedIn profile that looks great, but never use it. So those people that Maxine keeps looking at probably don't even know that she's been looking at their page.
True.
Hot tip.
Well, and I went and looked at my page, and my notifications is in 3 digits, and I'm going, ooh, it's been a while since I've been here.
Okay. We all know, because I talk about it all the time, how much I dislike Facebook. And I tried. I've been active on Facebook for the last few weeks, and I've noticed that it is sucking my time in a negative way. But LinkedIn doesn't have those traps. You don't have all that clickbait in LinkedIn. I mean, there is advertising in LinkedIn, but it's not clickbait.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to click on some article about Amber Heard, her psychosis in LinkedIn. I'm not going to do that, right? I don't even care about Amber Heard, but I click on the link, right?
The titles that they put, they make you click on it.
Exactly. So LinkedIn is for business. Facebook is for fun. I mean, if you think about it, if I'm on Facebook, I'm going to be connecting with people who are there to complain about their neighbors and to trash talk politicians and to bitch and moan about something or another. If you're on LinkedIn, your purpose is connect with other business professionals. So if you want to bitch and moan about politics, stay on Facebook. But if you want to move your business forward, move to LinkedIn. Candace.
Yes.
Candace, are you listening to me?
And also for LinkedIn, I feel like if you are going to put a person, like, don't use LinkedIn for personal posts, but if you're going to use it, make it for a personal post that's super impactful, Mother's Day, like you took a beautiful picture with your family and you want to put something like that, then that's okay. But, you tanning on the beach and things like that, I don't know, unless it's linked to something specific or a trip, a conference that you're taking, then okay. But definitely keep it professional. It looks so super professional for LinkedIn.
I know we can make it.